Hello, I'm Lady Abimbola. I'm against narcissistic gang stalkers. Please help me with the campaign against the gang stalkers, the campaign and awareness against the gang stalking programming, an evil persecution and harassment against the human race. It has claimed many lives. Please help me. Below are information on how you can donate. Thank you. All your efforts will be highly appreciated. Thank you.
Hello, hi, welcome to Melanin and Albinoid Life. I am Lady Abimbola. You're welcome to my video blog. Welcome to Melanin and Albinoid. You can also visit my website www.melaninandalbinoid.com. Today I will be laying more emphasis on instances about the gang stalking program and the different categories they operate. I've told you how you can become targeted. I've told you so many things with my video blog. But unfortunately, my main video channel has been pulled down, basically because according to what they said it's a copyright issue. But I still find that too difficult to believe. But well, because I don't have a concrete proof yet that it's copyright issue. That's why I said I find it hard to believe. When there's a situation, you have a proof that, okay, for copyright issue, you did this, and this, and this. But I don't have that. I was told to contest, which I did, and they were supposed to get in touch with me with another Gmail that I have. And this other Gmail, actually, I have problem accessing it. So right now, because of my YouTube channel, my two Gmail account, the main one I did to open the YouTube channel is totally inaccessible, and the one I sent as a substitute email to get response from YouTube concerning why they pulled down my channel, and they claim this other email also, I cannot access it any longer. The gang stalking program. Well, I have two channels, as you can see. I have different channels, and the main one where I have more people, where I would have been generating wealth now, has been pulled down. So as a targeted individual, I believe all our moves are being watched. It's a global attack, and it's something that has infiltrated every facet of life. I have my YouTube channel, I have my website, and I have other social network that I use for my blog. Right now, today, I will be I will be laying emphasis on instances whereby the gang stalking program, as I said, it has to do with sexual activities, because sex outside of wedlock, immoral sex, and every other thing always is backed up by satanism, because it involves the spirit, the soul, and the mind, and the man and the body of man itself. It involves the whole eternity, the whole human being, you know. So it is a big deal in the satanic kingdom, the defeated kingdom of Satan. Okay, and the gang stalking program has to do with sex predators. The sex predators, they are the one that scout for illegal sex, like child abuse. Is usually done by a brainwashed zombie that is demonized, definitely demonized by demons of perversion. And that's why you see them, the pedophilia, they abuse children without any form of shame, fear, or sympathy, empathy, or whatever grammar you can use to abuse a small child. And if you go to my website, I did so many blogs. If you type in on my search, the blog page, and you search for pedophilia, there is a video there on a pedophilia that abused a 2-year-old child. You know, it's a very horrible sight, but it's worth watching, because the reason I put it out there, it's because most people, when you talk about pedophilia, you have it in your mind about an adult that sleeps with young children, and you consider young to be 10, 8, 12, you consider that, okay, just to like a little adult. You understand what I'm trying to say? But this is not the case. Pedophilia means an adult that has sexual lust or desire towards a young child, and the young child can be as small as a 1-year-old baby, and even maybe a baby they just give back to, probably not penetrating the sex organ or the anus as they've done in this case, the one I have, but even sexually violating them by putting the penis inserting it in the mouth of the child. So it was a horrible sight for me, and I wanted people to understand this, that because when you talk, but probably people are scared of the reality, or people, they don't want to bother, or they just want to imagine that nobody is that sick to touch a baby. That let's just say they touch a child of 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 11-year-old, but that is not the case. Pedophilia actually has sexual intercourse with even babies, like in this case, where this guy penetrated a boy, a 2-year-old, 1-year-old something, or 2-year-old baby, a boy, he penetrated a baby boy. It's not even a baby girl. Probably a baby girl now will be known because of the hymen will be broken. But this is penetrating a boy, initiating him into homosexuality when he doesn't even understand what sex is all about. So, the Gangstalking program is the program that is heavily involved with sexual perversion, pedophilia, and all kind of sexual perversion that exists. If you look at my site, I made 15 different sexual perversion that exist. They're totally and completely behind it because it's a secret society by Satanists, okay? And they are also involved in robbery, drug peddling. You see, they only arrest people that sell 500 euro or 1,000 euro drugs and everything like that. That peddle drugs of 20 euro, 30. I don't know how much they sell it. I don't take it. I don't have people around me that take it. I don't mess with such things. I don't even smoke. I don't take alcohol. But let me just assume it's 20 euro, 30 euro, 40 euro for the balls they sell. I see it in video, and they arrest those one when they get them, or when they just want to let the whole world know they're doing something concerning peddling of drug. But the truth of the matter is that the Gangstalking program is solidly behind the traffic of drug. Why am I saying this? Because drug was specifically created from the shrine in the secret society of Satan. Satanism is all about destruction of the human race. The Bible made us understand that all powers belong unto God, and also unto him belongeth mercy. And because all power belongs unto God, Satan is limited when it has to come with powers. Because Christianity, while I'm going to talk about religion next, Christianity is the demonstration of the power of God, because that's what Christianity is all about. But while religion that is being introduced into the society as Christianity is of Satan and not of God. Okay? And this has a form of godliness, but denies the power of God. But Christianity displays the power of God. Religion denies the power of God. I will talk more about that when I do the video on Christianity and religion. I've already done something similar in the past, but unfortunately it's part of the video that was part of the video that I've uploaded on the whole channel pulled down. So most of these things has been, you know, lost. I got some other things, but not all. You understand? Because I had more than 160 or going to 200 videos on the other channel. So there's no way I'm going to keep 200 videos. It's absolutely impossible, you know. But some maybe I have it around for other reasons, and that's why I could re-upload them. Okay. So, the Gangstalking program, it's all about mind, brain control, destruction of the human race, and they find out that it's easier to destroy a person when you destroy the mind. So gone are the days where they take people, they force them into MK Ultra programming, and that is a program, a mind control program. But this mind control program, you will be qualified for it only if you mess around Satan. If you mess around Satan in the sense that you've already committed yourself to Satan, you have joined the secret society, you have sold your soul. When you sell your soul, you have denied yourself and renounced the right to be human. So whereby whoever you sell the soul to, who is Satan, has full control of your life. That's why you see all the celebrities that sell their souls. What happens when they try to do their own thing? They punish them. Why? They do not understand why they are being punished, that they don't have freedom to do things. You don't have freedom because you sold your soul. You have to get what you're doing. You sold your soul. You sold your right to be human. Man is a spirit. We live in this body, and we have a soul that makes us human, that gives us legal right to be in this body. So when you sell your soul, you are giving legal rights to whoever you're selling it to take possession of your body. That's why you see, when you sell your soul, demons are they infest your life with demon. There's demon invasion once you sell your soul. And that's why you see people become sex kitten, people become crazy, they become so violent, they become very aggressive. I know a girl, I will not mention her name, you know, she's in one of these housewives, you know, she's a Melanin girl. I really like, you know, her. She was very cute before she started it, one of these housewives, you know, program they do. And this girl, she was happily married before she joined, and she's a Melanin race, and she was actually preaching. She was actually preaching the word of God, even in an immature level, but she was preaching the word of God. And she joined the housewife because she wanted, you know, she wanted to be popular. She wanted to, you see, already Satan has started creeping into her life without her even understanding. Because when you start desiring the worldly things so much like that, then you started losing focus on God. You know, I'm not saying you should look nice, you have to represent a father very well. I'm not kicking against that. But when you start to desire, you want to join the housewives, what does a Christian have to do in the environment of the housewives where all kind of things are done? It's not just what we see, what goes on behind closed door, behind the curtains. I don't want to even mention it. Those girls are not aggressive for no just reason. They don't do what they do for no just reason. It's not a toxic environment for no just reason. That things are going behind closed doors. So what is a Christian doing in an environment like that? I don't know. So when she sold a soul, she became very aggressive. This was somebody that was extremely submissive to the husband. Oh, I cannot go here when my husband does not give me permission. I cannot do this because I'm a virtuous woman. I have to, you know, she was actually still quoting the Bible. But when she sold her soul, she became aggressive. She fought with everybody. She pulled people's hair. She attacked people. She physically assaulted people. She was completely opposite of who she was. Why? Because when you sell your soul, there's invasion of demons. And demons took over her spirit. Because she doesn't have a spirit any longer. She was not one of their kittens. She had the butterfly on her wrist. I think this part of her wrist, she has it. left or right, I don't know, but I saw the butterfly once. You know, that was actually when she was initiated. They have to place her where they want her to be. Most of them, they use them as sex kitten, because sex is very important in the satanic kingdom. Okay? So, the Gangstalking program has to do with sexual intercourse, perversion, of course, is a norm. Perversion, abusing of children. They are behind prostitution. They are behind molestation. They are behind the pornography industry. They are totally behind it. They are totally behind the pornography industry, because it is an industry that is demon manifested. Both those that participate in it, they lure people to participate in it, they initiate them into secret society, or people that they are meant to transmit a power into the video they make. Because while they're doing it, demons actually are there with them. So when you watch pornography, you are actually opening the door of your life to such demons. And that's why you see it is very addictive to so many people, because it's not something, it's not a video you watch that, you know, they have corrupt words, they have a potty mouth, or all things like that. It's not like that. It has to be with spiritual powers. You see, because it's interjected into the video as they are having the sexual intercourse. Whatever demon that has been that is operating through such a person draws you in, and that's why you go for more. You want to see more pornography. You want to, you know, it's very addictive until God Himself delivers you. You say, you know, you have to get delivered from the spirit of perversion. So they are behind that, and also they are behind theft of property. Recently, I've been uploading different videos on the theft and harassment I've gone through in hostels, in houses, hotels, and all whatnot that I've been through. I used to live in an 150-meter square villa. As you know, as you can see, and this 50-meter square villa that I used to live, this one you can see, I'm putting the you can see right now. As I live in this villa, I'm going to make a video also, the steps, what happened, and how I left the villa. And since then, it was 2015 and 2016, in particular, because I was having some issues also getting jobs, because I was totally messed up, I was totally harassed by infiltrators in the Italian law enforcement. They harassed me, they persecuted me, they wanted me to be homeless, they continuously attacked my accommodation, they continuously attacked my income, my work, they stopped people from employing me, they told lies, because you see the Gangstalking program is a lying program. You have lying, the demons of lie lives in every human being that is part of the program. You see, they throw out shame campaign to throw in confusion around you. That's why they throw in shame campaign. They accused me of criminality, they accused me of prostitution, they falsely accused me of terrible things to bring me shame. That is the strategic of shame campaign, to demoralize me. But while they were doing this, they were actually stealing from me while they were calling me the criminal. You see how it works? They were stealing from me while they were calling me the criminals. And this is always orchestrated by the law enforcement agent, the infiltrators in the law enforcement agent in this country where I live in. So what they do is that they harass me, they do all kinds of things to separate me from my properties. While they separate me from my properties, they now look for opportunities to dive in and steal my properties. This has happened continuously. I've lost money like that. I've lost luggages like that. And when I call the law enforcement agent at that particular moment, they don't come. because they know what they've done. They started, they ignited problems for me to be sent out of a place whereby they know if I'm sent out, how can I carry 6 or 8 luggages? How can I carry 10 luggages at the same time when I'm sent out of a place? It's not possible. I have to still excuse myself, oh, you have to leave. Because these are criminals, these are thieves. These are criminals, they are thieves. The Gangstalking program is a crime, a complete crime in every ramification. They violate children, they violate women, they violate people, they send sex predators. The people that gangstalk targeted individuals are not normal human beings. These are demonically infected sex predators. These are ex-convicts. These are drug addicts. These are youths that are perverted in their mind. They send youths against me. These are drug addicts. These are alcoholics. These are people that are not in a normal frame of mind. That when they catch you in a place that you know, that's why the targeted, you have to be extremely careful. Extremely. Don't put yourself in a position whereby you will be drugged. Because every chance they have, they take. I was in an hotel. Twice this has happened to me that I was beginning to itch all over my body. It is gone now. The last time I was in Milano, the hostel I stayed, they invaded the hostel I stayed. You can see in the video Milano robbery that I wrote in the video, the hostel, that environment, that was where the hostel is, that I said they invaded the place. Maybe they put something in my cream or whatever. I have to get rid of all my cream, all everything. I went with a little luggage. The first day I went out, I went with that luggage. I didn't leave the luggage behind. The second day, the same thing. But I believe when they had access to the luggage, because they're watching me 24 hours, when they have access to the third day was when I was leaving, and I went to get some of my things where they stole my things, and some remnant was left, and that was when this happened. The Gangstalking program, it's a program that you have to be worried about. It's not just I'm Melanin or whatever. That's not what the program. The program, you may even be, while you're jobless, may be the reason behind it. You are watched. You see, they even laugh at us when they create programs and all kinds of things to remind us of what is happening, but nobody notices. There are programs that you keep people in a house and they're watching them. That is how you are. The Gangstalking program, they're watching, they're abusing our privacy. We don't have privacy. My telephone is being, you see, when they stalk me, they're not stalking me because they want to know where I am or they want to throw me out. They want to know where, because immediately they know where I am, they plant an antenna close to me. It may be in an apartment above me. It may be in an apartment beside me. It may be anywhere. These are criminals. These are criminals. They place it in an apartment beside me. And this apartment beside me, they place an antenna where they intrude my mobile phone, my internet connection. They invade my computer. They invade every facet of life because they want to see what what is happening 24 hours. So you see, because somebody like me, I refuse to be abused and to be used by all those criminals. So what they do is that they invade my mobile phone, my internet connection, they invade my computer. So when they invade my computer, they steal projects from me. They steal my project, they steal, and so now you see most of these delinquents, they send after me like they're youths that is just filled by, the only thing they do is to smoke, they have sex, to have drugs. That's the only thing they don't study. They don't even know how to study any longer. So these are the youths that they steal projects and they give it to their youth. Since I will not be giving up to be used directly and I'm not submitting to them to use me, to abuse me. So what are they do now is that they steal my project from me. They call people, and the reason they invade my internet connection because they want to know everybody I'm getting in touch with and to disconnect me. They've called some different people. Their organization I do things with, they disconnect me from them. While my YouTube channel is pulled down, it is still, I don't know. No reason has been given. They said it's copyright, but copyright, give me the details of the copyright. And if it's copyright, I should have the details, what I did wrong, so that I will not repeat what I did wrong. Is that not what it's all about? Because if it's copyright, copyright has two things. If it's copyright, like I know there was a book, I used the cover in one of my videos or two of my videos, and there was another one, I used a video of a Kenyan lady. She was powerful, she was talking, she was saying something about the Albinoid coming to Africa and presenting a white Jesus, and they brought they brought the Bible to Africa, and they brought their guns and the Bible to Africa. They gave us the Bible and they had their gun, and I mean, when we closed our eyes, they came to Africa with the Bible. When we closed, they came to teach us how to pray, and when we closed our eyes, we opened the eyes, we have the Bible, they had all the lands in Africa to colonize us. So it was, for me, it's part of the message I'm preaching. So it's like, it's very interesting for me. I put that on my video. Even if it's a copyright issue, I can find out who owns it and take permission from them, because it's not as if I'm using it to gain anything for myself. It's part of, you know, helping them to send that message. It's a message that has to relate, that relates with what I am also talking about. So if that was the copyright issue, I would have called the owner, which I didn't know, because I didn't find it. I just saw it, I liked it, and I put it there. So I mean, I'm just assuming now. I don't know, but they told me it was a copyright issue, and the copyright issue, I was not given the details, and the whole channel, a whole label, more than a year, was pulled down. My email blocked. And this email is connected to so many other accounts, and the alternative email I gave them to get the answer to the problem was also blocked. So I have two emails frozen. It's quite interesting that all this happened when I found out my whole house has been stolen by the Gangstalking program. So this Gangstalking program, I told you that I did a video on the racist system, and it's all intertwined. It's just that the racist system is focused more on the melanin race. The Gangstalking is for the whole world, okay? The whole globe, the whole human race. But the racist system is particularly focused on the melanin race. So, the thing there is that they started stealing my things. What they do, as I said, they come, they throw a shame campaign against me, they tell lies against me, they pervert my reputation, they accuse me of prostitution, they falsely accuse me of prostitution, they falsely accuse me of being a criminal. I'm going to insert to this video as I speak. In fact, you can see, this is my, they call it Cartella Judiciary, that is my legal papers. And you see, it is two. This one says nulla. Nulla means nothing in Italian language, and the other one is in German, I think German or Italian also. But anyway, every year I do it, 2016, 2017. This year I've not done it because I went away. I wanted to move away from Italy. I went to Austria, you know. So I didn't do the one for this. That's, you can see, it says nothing. I'm not criminally oriented. I've never committed any crime before in my life. But the gang stalkers, what they have done, I noticed on Monday when I realized they stole my things. The police officers that came, they told me to switch off my computer and my phone, and they started harassing me in front of people. They robbed me, but they started harassing me. The law enforcement agent told me they are not there for me. The Monday situation was different. Monday 29, the officers that came from Bajo was different. But the officers that came on the 31st with the cars, you can see there are two police cars. The two police cars, the one I have just the plate number, not the one I have the whole car. The one I have just the plate number, under the one I have the whole car, If you look at the Milan video, the robbery in Milan, you'll see what I'm talking about. The one below is the one where the officer was harassing me. And they got a communication whereby they took me to the immigration office at Fatta Bene Fratelli at Milan, when they have a police station just 500 meters away from the house. Why taking me to the immigration office that is about 30-35 minutes away, and you have a police station just 500 meters away? You see, the Gangstalking program, nobody can tell me that the police, the law enforcement agent, is not a vital instrument. I'm not saying they are the one that are carrying out all these things in their own free will. As I said, infiltrators are placed there to accomplish the plan, the purpose, and the agenda of the gang stalkers within the police force. And when I say the law enforcement agent, I mean the military police, I mean the police force, I mean the finance, I mean every kind of force that is under the law enforcement agent is involved. So, this video is not just talking about what is happening generally. I'm going to give you another proof of where I was stolen from. There is a list that probably I might, let me see if I would add it to the end of this video. I have to make another video, okay? Now, this place is about, this thing you're looking at here now is about this place. Though it's written in Italian language, this woman, I rented this house from her, the law enforcement agent at Collo Salvetti, the province of Livorno in Toscana. It's a vacation house that I rented for 6 months because I was going through a lot, but then I was not still understanding the attack against me while I was falling out with you. I was having problems everywhere I was going to. These are the gangs talking, but they were telling me all around the place to steal my properties. So what happened is that I rented this place from this person, the law enforcement agent, the military police at Collo Salvetti. They told this woman, Laura Romini, to send me out of the house, and this receipt is the receipt of the money she's yet to give to me. This is my money, but she has not given it to me at Collo Salvetti. That is number one. Number two, this letter was a letter I sent it to her, telling her that I have things in her house, under her care. So, like every other place where the gang stalkers are the one involved in the attack, in the theft of my properties, in the defamation of my character, in all kind of attack, persecution, harassment against me, definitely they will be the one to make sure that there will not be a court case. Because I went to the court, this woman stole from me, I have a jewelry that cost about 15,000 euro that was given to me for my 40th birthday by an ex who gave this present to me. I had it in my things. This woman actually took over my possession, started using my carpet and all my possessions, just like what happened in Milano. Because what happened in Milano, the custodian, I mean, it's just a stupid idiot and is taking advantage of the situation, but they forced him to take this action. The gang stalkers, the law enforcement agent is behind the theft of my properties. They just use Italians, the citizens of their country that is vulnerable. I mean, this is a pervert. This is, most of them, they're deprived perverts. Most of them, they are either pedophilia, they are perverts, they are sex addicts, they are sex predators, these are criminals. They send all those people against me, of course, to guide me to destruction. Because Satan is all about destruction, but my soul is not for sale. My soul is not for sale. So this woman at Collo Salvetti, Laura Romina, this is the money she's owing me, and she stole my 15,000 worth of jewelry and some of my property, and she used some of my property. In fact, my red carpet, when I bought it, I've not even used it. Brand new, this bastard woman, she was the one actually that opened my car, because the law enforcement agent, the carabinieri, they told her, the Italian military police, they told her that she could actually use my things and get away with it. I was just running for my life then. I kept the things there. I've paid for the month. I stayed only about 2 weeks or 10 days. I paid for a month, 450 euros. But I did not lay there. They have been chasing me. They want to make me destitute, to put me in a vulnerable situation so that they can take advantage of me, so that they can steal my properties. This has been going on for years. For 15 years, I've lived a life. They've harassed me, persecuted me, lied against me, called me prostitute, called me criminal, called me that they're going to deport me. But for 15 years, they have not deported me. All they've been doing is stealing my properties. The Italian law enforcement agents have infiltrators in them. They have direct order to harass me, to attack me, to steal from me. Because what they're trying to project here is that to make me look like, when they push me out of houses, they give the impression I do not pay for houses, which is not true. I always pay for everywhere I lived. But when they send you out after 1 week, who is going to believe that you paid for it and they send you out of the place? I was running for my life, because already they've perverted, they've brainwashed everybody to believe another thing. So when I have problem, there's nobody to run to. If I run to somebody, if it's for my nation, for example, most of the Nigerians I see here, they're doing terribly. They're doing terribly. They didn't attain the kind of success I actually attained. So when I run to them, I'm just running to my destruction, because they're just welcoming you to steal from you. Then you have your computer missing, you have your phone missing, you have your tablet missing, you have money missing in your bag, you have even your shoes missing, you know. So is that the kind of people you run to? So I don't even bother myself with them, because I know they're not doing very well. They've not even done half of what I've done. So running to them is just giving myself a unnecessary problem. And that's why you see I sleep in hotels. The Gangstalking program is what most of us should think about, how to destroy this program. Well, it doesn't take our own power or strength. It takes the power of Almighty God. And since the Bible says all the power belongs to God, and also unto him belongeth mercy, he can show us mercy. Our Creator God can show us mercy, giving us power to disable this Gangstalking program against our lives. It's not a joking matter. This is something that stressed me out. They've stolen all I've worked for. And while they're doing this, they accuse me of criminality. They accuse me that I get my wealth from other sources, just to discredit my intelligence, to discredit my dignity, to discredit my good moral values. That is what they're all about. To tell lies, to discredit you in the society. But when they discredit you in the society, it is difficult for people to have compassion on you. Because when they call you a criminal, it's like when you say they steal your things, you say, oh, she's just lying. Steal what? She is the one that do the stealing. They are not stealing from us. She is the one stealing from people. You understand? So that is the reverse psychology the Gangstalking program is all about. They steal from me. Thank God I was wise enough to register some things. And what I can prove, I will prove it. And if any of you, Laura Romina, if you have the guts and the balls, take me to court. I will see you in court. This is your name on the internet. Take me to court. Your son works in media set in Milano. Your son, they stole my Mac computer. Your son works in media set in Milano, and because of that, he knows.
Hello, I'm Lady Abimbola. I'm against narcissistic gang stalkers. Please help me with the campaign against the gang stalkers, the campaign and awareness against the gang stalking programming, an evil persecution and harassment against the human race. It has claimed many lives. Please help me. Below are information on how you can donate. Thank you. All your efforts will be highly appreciated. Thank you.
So your son works in media set in Milano, so definitely he knows more about what I'm saying. So these are the list of people. This I showed you Laura Romina. Then I'm going to show you every other places where I've been robbed, where they've stolen my money, and I'll continue to give you information and proofs about the gang stalking program. Thank you very much. And this Laura Romina, I made a court case against it, and the military police fizzled out the whole thing. That's what they always do. Pescara di Garda, they stole my properties also there in Via Matira de Lavoro number 1, where I stayed in a small vacation villa. Also, they stole my properties there. I went to the military police. They said that computer was not working. I went to another station. I went directly to the court, and it was all a messy situation. When the gang stalkers, when the military police, when the law enforcement agents, infiltrators in the law enforcement are involved in the theft, then definitely they will make sure you do not have justice. So in this Milan case, I'm thinking 360 to how to outsmart them in this attack. Because what they do now, they're stealing from me. They know I've made a report, I've taken legal action against the theft. So what they will do now is to harass me not to be able to finish the court case, so that it will go into, that's why I'm putting it in the blog, okay? Because I'm going to expose everything about the gang stalking program. It is a crime, it must be stopped. And thank you for listening to me. Till my next video, I will see you. And remember, the greatest weapon in the hands of the oppressor is the mind of the oppressed. So therefore, face your fears, elevate your mind, and resist the temptation to panic. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.